Stakeholder Communities of Oil Mining License 25 and Shell Petroleum Development Company have signed a memorandum of understanding for the reopening of the closed flow station and the payment of outstanding funds owned stakeholder communities under the extant Global Memorandum of Understanding.
On the part of the communities in Kola Kingdom to take all necessary steps to immediately vacate all facilities of SPDC connected to its operations of OML 21 within 7 days of signing this agreement. 2, to always seek amicable resolution of disputes that may arise in future in the interest of mutual coexistence and benefit of all parties. This is a basic discussion.
The Memorandum of Understanding signed between Shell and the stakeholder communities also mandated Shell to pay into a dedicated account the sum of 1.36 billion within 2 weeks for the development of the communities.
Shell to pay the sum of 375,112,000, covering the period from 2014 to 2017 in accordance with the M.O.U executed in 2014. Also, within 2 weeks, they have to make that payment. In effect, the total payment Shell is to make to the communities in Kola Kingdom within the next 2 weeks is 1,360,112,429 kobo. That is their immediate obligation on what they were owing before we begin to follow the M.O.U and then negotiate fresh terms and conditions under the M.O.U, which will still continue as soon as we finish from here.
Representative of Rivers State Governor and Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Tami Danagogo, Solicitor General of Rivers State, Mrs. Florence Fiberesima, Permanent Secretary, Chieftaincy Affairs, Mr. Felix Odungweru, superintended over the signing process on Monday at the Government House, Port Harcourt. The settlement agreement was signed on behalf of the communities by traditional rulers, youth presidents, chairman of community development committees, and community leaders. Those who signed the agreement include the stakeholder communities of Kula, Belema, Ofunyama, Ibiama, Boro, and Opu Kula. Addressing stakeholders at the meeting, representative of Rivers State Governor and Secretary to the State Government, Dr. Tami Danagogo, said the fundamental reason for Monday's meeting was to sign the agreement without prejudice to who holds different positions in the communities.
All this meeting for was to put down these agreements in black and white and for us to sign it so that SPDC will from today do what they are supposed to do and the communities too will do what they are supposed to do. Note, we are not here to say who is who in the communities. That's not where we are now. Where we are is to decide between SPDC and the communities of Kola, the issues and how we are resolving it. We are at the stage of identifying and resolving the dispute between SPDC and our communities. Once we resolve that, we hope that a lot of the communities that are, and the issues are quite straightforward. A few communities where you have minor issues, we will know how we will get around it and solve it so that whatever is your due, you can also peacefully share it amongst yourself and do your community development efforts.
He said that the state government is aware of those being sponsored to stop the process of settlement, peace, and progress. He noted that the Rivers State government is determined to conclude the reopening process.
There are so many people who have been going to do press conferences and so on and so forth. We are not unaware of all the activities going on outside here. There are those who want to make sure that this agreement does not hold. It's normal. Wherever God is operating, Satan will operate.
The Rivers State government added that its actions are based on the renewal of Shell Petroleum Development Company license. He said should the license be transferred to Belema Oil by NNPC, Rivers State government should ensure implementation.
We want our people to own oil blocks. We want it. Money flow has had oil blocks, and we see the impact of oil blocks on our people. We want more of our people to own oil blocks. More people should own oil blocks. That's our prayer, that's our desire, and that's what we are working for. But the way and means of going about it is what is very important to us. We do not want a situation where our people will go and kick out other Nigerians, either corporate or individuals that are operating in our land, because we want to take over. Then what about our own children that own oil blocks in other places? We must be mindful of the boomerang effect.
The representative of the Rivers State Governor and Secretary to the State Government emphasized that the Rivers State Government will not succumb to any plots to derail the progress made at settling the disputes at Oil Mining License 25.
Go ahead with what we have. If you have other genuine concerns, the Rivers State Government is open. As I am here, I can give you another date. If there are other issues you feel we should talk, what we have told Shell, please be open to dialogue. Let them talk and express themselves. We will not truncate the progress we have achieved. No, we will not do it. And I will not, for any reason in this world, allow anybody, no matter who you are, to come and truncate what we have done. I will never allow it. River State Government will never allow it. We have made substantial progress, and that progress must be sealed. But if you have any genuine concerns, we are ready to listen to you.
General Manager, External Relations of Shell Petroleum Development Company, Igor Welly, said the signing of the settlement agreement is a welcome development which will improve the reputation of Rivers State as a center of investment.
Yeah, it's a welcome development, and once more, lots of credit and thanks to the state government. I think this is really how it should be. If we want to bring investors to Rivers State, if we want to encourage more businesses to come, if we also want to ensure peace and harmonious relationship between corporate entities and our people, I think this is the way to go. See, this is really a very good model and a good template. This is best practice. Yeah.
He said that peace and harmony between corporate entities and host communities is the way to go.
We came here with an open mind. We came here to find solutions. We were flexible, and you will have noticed that in all the discussions. I mean, we are all Niger Deltans also. I've said it over and over again. We want what is best for our people. But we also keep saying there are always constructive and peaceful ways of finding solution. It must not be, on the back of protests, on the back of blockades, on the back of violence. You can actually constructively and peacefully actually even get more value here in the Niger Delta. And it's best practice globally. Yeah. Thank you.
Amayanaba of Kula, King Kroma Eleki, called for peace across Kula communities to pave way for the peaceful operation of Oil Mining License 25. He commended the Rivers State Government for ensuring the peaceful resolution of issues in the area.
So I thank government for taking this bold step to ensure that we have peace. And I'm also advising my people that if we continue to fight, we don't forget the past, we will be the losers. We cannot get everybody to sit on one chair. Somebody will be on the chair. When his time expires, another person will sit on it. We cannot be all kings on one stool. We cannot all be regents or highnesses. So please, let us tread cautiously so that we don't become a laughing stock. And at the end of the day, we lose everything.
Amayanaba of Belema, King Ibnabo Kaloriye, who also signed the settlement agreement, thanked the Rivers State Government for the peaceful process that led to the agreement.
We are pleased for that, and I thank the Rivers State Government to come into this, our section. I thank the Rivers State Government to come to our aid, because we are the host community. As the host community, it is because of us they gang up and shut down the flow station in the name of Bilima Oil.
He expressed happiness with the terms of agreement, saying that those who have occupied flow stations would leave.
So as we are here, I'm so happy. I also thank the Secretary to the government for immediate this matter. So I'm very happy. The meeting is peaceful. Everything is in order. And we go by that.
The Amanam of Belema said since the license of Shell Petroleum Development Company has been renewed, there is no need for any individual to shut down the flow station. Chairman of Akokotoro Local Government Area, Roland Sekibo, said that the signing of the agreement is a genuine progress that will help the development of the area.
Very happy because of, like you mentioned, what has just happened. An M.O.U. has been signed concerning OML 25. So I'm so much happy. And I can't stop thanking the state governor who initiated this kind of arrangement that called together both the communities, the security agencies and the company. The governor of the state, who was ably represented by our own son, our own brother. The man for me, I refer, is my mentor. I refer to him as my political apostle, who called the program, show competence in seeing to it that this M.O.U. is being signed.
He said going forward, Shell would have learned her lessons and work in the interest of the host communities.
For Shell, for me, my prayer is that, I honestly believe that with the character they have shown during this negotiation, during this impasse, during the crisis period, especially when they agreed to pay over R1 billion that has accrued to the community without hesitation, without so much arguing. I believe that given the opportunity once more to go back there to operate the OML 25, they will be able to carry people, carry the youth along, do women empowerment, and especially develop our area. I don't doubt the competence, the persons that are represented the company.
Head of Engaging Community, Chief Ibnabo Kiliya, thanks the Rivers State government for involving the community in the settlement agreement. He signed the agreement on behalf of his people.
What the government is doing is good.